Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down a really comprehensive guide on a topic that honestly hits close to home for so many digital business owners. We're talking about how growing digital agencies can finally and officially escape the exhausting trap of website maintenance. If you've ever felt like your agency's momentum is just being dragged down by endless back-end technical chores, well, you're in exactly the right place. Let's get right into it. Okay, I want to speak directly to the agency owners and managers out there for a second. Really think about your day-to-day. Are you constantly juggling sudden plugin conflicts, rushing to apply those critical security updates, or, panicking over sudden website downtime? Every single hour your team spends troubleshooting a broken theme is an hour completely taken away from what actually grows your business. I'm talking about SEO strategy, lead generation, client acquisition. It's kind of like trying to build a house, but you have to constantly stop and fix your hammer. It's a completely frustrating cycle, isn't it? And our source material really hits the nail on the head with this quote. Maintenance tasks can quickly consume valuable time and resources. It's basically a universal truth in the digital space. The reality is, scaling your website builds inevitably means scaling your technical headaches right along with them, because more clients mean more plugins to update, more potential security vulnerabilities, and ultimately just a much heavier load on your team's shoulders. Okay, let's dive into this. To solve that problem, we've structured today's explainer into a clear roadmap. First, we'll look at the agency growth bottleneck. Then, what white label maintenance actually is. Next, essential features to demand, followed by the viral killing advantage, and we'll wrap up with unlocking recurring monthly revenue. All right, starting right off with section 1, the agency growth bottleneck. It's ironic. This bottleneck happens when an agency is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, growing. But as your client websites multiply, you hit this tipping point. Suddenly, these seemingly small technical tasks pile up and create a massive operational bottleneck that just chokes your team's bandwidth. You end up forced into this impossible balancing act between executing high-value new development and managing tedious ongoing maintenance. You have brilliant developers spending their valuable time fixing random plugin conflicts, or way worse, spending days recovering hacked sites. Traditionally, the reaction is to just hire a massive, expensive in-house support team. But as our source points out, there's a much better, much smarter way to handle these back-end operations without totally blowing up your payroll. Which brings us to section 2. What exactly is white label maintenance? So, here is the absolute core solution to that growth bottleneck. White label WordPress maintenance services are outsourced technical support solutions provided by a third-party company. But, and here is the absolute magic part, they're delivered entirely under your agency's brand identity. That means your clients only ever see your branding. To them, you are the hero providing this premium, round-the-clock support, while your white label maintenance partner is quietly in the background handling all the heavy lifting. When we put in-house maintenance head-to-head against white label outsourcing, the contrast is pretty staggering. Doing it all internally, man, that drains your resources, it demands constant hiring and training, and it carries incredibly high operational costs. White label outsourcing, on the other hand, is inherently cost-effective and frankly infinitely scalable. You get the expertise of a dedicated tech team without the massive overhead, all wrapped up perfectly in your own brand. Moving right along to section 3, essential features to look for. Look, not all providers are created equal, right? If you're going to put your agency's good name on a service, you absolutely have to demand excellence. A reliable provider has to handle these non-negotiable areas. First up, automated WordPress updates. That's core, themes, plugins, the whole shebang. Second, rigorous security monitoring, featuring malware scans. Third, daily website backups using secure cloud storage. Fourth is performance optimization, which is crucial for things like core web vitals. And finally, white label reporting. You need professional reports complete with your own logo that you can hand straight to your clients to build trust. So how does this actually look in practice? Well, it built into a really logical, seamless workflow. Step 1 is automated updates and testing. Testing is the key word there because it prevents bugs before they ever happen. Step 2 is active security and firewall monitoring, basically locking the doors before hackers even try the handle. And Step 3 acts as your ultimate safety net, daily backups and quick restoration. So if the unexpected ever does happen, you can restore a client's site instantly, no sweat. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when things go wrong. Our source warns about the harsh impact of common mistakes here. Going for the absolute cheapest provider. Yeah, that usually leads to compromised security. Ignoring response times turns minor little glitches into full-blown client emergencies. And if a partner lacks scalability or true white label features, it's going to hinder your future expansion and mess up your branding. Basically, picking the wrong partner can severely damage the trust you've built with your clients. All right, let's pivot to section 4, the viral chili advantage. So our source guide really hones in on one standout option in the market here, viral chili. Their mission is pretty clear. They provide scalable, dependable, and agency-centric WordPress support designed specifically for growth-focused businesses. They are explicitly tailored for agencies that want to deliver top-tier professional maintenance but have absolutely zero desire to build an internal technical team from scratch. It's super helpful because the source guide actually does an impartial review of a few top market options. You've got WP Buffs, who are known for 24/7 support. GoWP is popular for content edits. FixRunner offers packages geared more toward smaller agencies. But look closely at Viral Chili's specific edge here. They combined fully white label service with a deep, specialized focus on SEO and website speed, all structured around affordable agency pricing. They bring deep WordPress expertise and pair it with a genuine understanding of how agency workflows actually operate on a day-to-day basis. The source notes that growing agencies tend to prefer Viral Chili for exactly these reasons. Yes, they offer agency-centric support and affordable white label solutions, but beyond that, it's their SEO and speed expertise, along with their scalable infrastructure, that are the real game changers. Whether your agency is currently managing 10 websites or you're looking to scale up to hundreds, their infrastructure is designed to grow right alongside you, completely powered by dedicated WordPress experts. And finally, Section 5, Unlocking Recurring Monthly Revenue. Let's talk money. This is honestly the most exciting part for a lot of agency owners. We're talking about framing maintenance not just as a time saver, but as a massive business opportunity. Think about traditional agency work. Website builds are fantastic, sure, but they're one-off payments. Once the site is live, that revenue stream completely dries up. But outsourcing your maintenance allows you to transform those one-time development projects into stable, highly predictable, recurring monthly income, all without increasing your own technical workload whatsoever. So the crucial point is really highlighted when we break down the math. To put this into perspective, look at this number. $2,500. If you have just 25 clients paying you a very reasonable $100 a month for peace of mind maintenance, that's $2,500 in pure recurring revenue hitting your accounts every single month. And that's just the baseline. That's before you even consider upselling them on advanced hosting, ongoing SEO, or deeper performance optimization. And the best part? These financial benefits are directly tied to client retention. Clients actually want long-term support. They don't want to just be handed a website and abandoned. By offering ongoing maintenance, you stay connected, you build real long-term relationships, you prevent disastrous downtime, and you resolve their issues super quickly. All of this massively improves customer satisfaction and builds lasting trust, which means they'll stick with your agency for years to come. Which brings us to one final, incredibly important question to ask yourself today. Are you ready to stop fixing plugins and start scaling smarter? Partnering with a dedicated white label provider like Viral Chili isn't just about offloading a few chores. It's a strategic, long-term investment in your agency's future. It might just be time to rethink your current growth strategy, reclaim your time, and let the experts handle the back end. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer, and we will catch you next time.